his mark be known here on Loretta Lynn's, and though he had a bad first moto, a couple Moto Golds could certainly yield well for his career in the future, and if for nothing else, great memories and great bragging rights. As we take a look at our Lucas Oil start gate, again, watch those heads. The heads go down, and when they do, bam, the gate goes down, and we are off and rolling in 250C racing action. The Bell Helmets Hole Shot Award as they head into the Bell Helmets Forest. It is the 69 of Tanner Scott out of Ponca City, Oklahoma. And he opens up with the early lead in this one, but already it's got plenty of company coming in trying to jockey for position as they head up the short chutes right now.
I tell you, a nice jump off that gate for Scott. Able to really get a couple bike lengths out ahead of everybody. Using this outside line right now and going to put it to good use. Going to get a challenge up on the inside, but you know what? Scott has put himself in good position. Look at that. Takes over the inside line, blocks it from the second place rider, and going to try to hold down the lead on the first lap here. Going to put it to good use is Tanner Scott. Scott
had a 23 and a 19 to open up the first two motos. He sits 19th overall. And a quick check, I think we may have a pass into the lead with a new leader up there now. We'll have to double check that as we now have a new second place position for sure. That is the what was that, 58?
55 machine?
58, I think maybe Mark Dawson if it was 58.
Yeah, I believe you were correct, Ronnie. I believe that is the 58, so that would be Dawson now working his way up.
And that is that the 69 that we see right behind him, dropping to the number 3 spot, possibly of Tanner Scott on the KTM. Here we go. We got a visual right down here, and oh, it's the 52 out front with the 56, I guess that is, back there in the number 2 spot. And changes have certainly taken place through this 250C class, the running order, and a new leader, like 3 different leaders on that one lap of racing. Cameron Batty, the 56, and Tyler Yanaka, the 52. Yanaka an 8 and a 3. Believe it or not, he's still knocking on the door for a national title. If you look at it, he sits 8-3-2 right now, but a 3-4-5 of Dustin Renteria has him the national championship right now, the 23 after one lap. And we've got one rider down here. It looks like that maybe 54. The 54 machine down here just before the completion of the first lap of racing. Trying to find out a name on that rider and see how he has been doing. Mark Swoles, a 36 and a 9th place finish. He comes into this third moto ranked 23rd.
Up under his own power right now, being helped off of the track, getting the bike off of the track right now. So good to see. Able to get up, get his bearings about him, and make his way off of the track.
Well, it's Batty, Yanaka, Wyatt Reimer, the 66 in 3rd after one. David Dabin in 4th. Dustin Renteria is 5th. Tanner Scott in 6th. Stephen Ward in 7th. Lucas Lamborn is 8th. Hunter Yeager is 9th aboard the 75. And Cole Jones rounds out your top 10. A little further back in the pack after the first lap, Trustin Bratcher, the 33 and 11th. Mark Dawson, the number 12. Spot aboard the 58. Jagger Koch, the 72, is 13th. Christian Kupakrantis, the 57 and 14th. Evan Hamowitz in 15th. Dalton Verana in 16th. Ty Graham in 17th. Connor DeGraff 18th. Devin Maurer in 19th. And Cameron Jeffers rounds out your top 20 after that first lap of racing here in Moto 3.
All right, leaders now coming back around into the midfield here, Rodney, making their way around the Lake Polysport, and sure enough, starting to pick up some steam right now. That number 56, Cameron Batty, really starting to open up a bit of a lead. Looks like the number 54 rider going to get back on his machine, and I believe he's going to maybe try to re-enter the race here, but Batty making his way across.
Cameron Batty, by the way, 21-34 coming into this moto. We got a battle, Jason Wygant.
Yeah, Davin and Wanaka going at it right there. Looks like right now Batty able to hold off both Davin and Yanaka by about 3.4 seconds. Davin right ahead of Yanaka, only about 1 second separating the two right now. Dustin Renteria riding in that 4th spot with Wyatt Reimer in that number 5 spot. 2:03.482 for Batty last time around. 2:03.1 for Davin. So that's the fast lap so far. Lap number 2, 2:03.1 for Dave Davin. Going to see exactly what how it's going to play out. One rider down now, again below us now. 2 riders down. Who is this? That is the 17 of Davin and the 52 of Wanaka. Davin and Wanaka come together right there at the entrance to the 10 Commandments. So all of a sudden, your number 2 and number 3 riders already down.
Call here. You got it. Yeah, David Davin on the move here on the 17, but treacherous quarter of a lap here.
Wow, came together with Wanaka right there, and both of them hit the dirt, took a sample, and took just a moment for both of them to get going again. Out front.
Yeah, so Wanaka was under fire from the 17 of Davin, and that cost him dearly. So the 23 of Dustin Renteria cruising. Cameron Batty going for style points as he jumps across that sand in the lead on that white bike. Yeah, whoa, we got a rider into the fence, the number 58, and then he just got freed up.
Mark Dawson, and then just a moment ago, rider 54 down on the finish line straight here. So guys all over the place here in this 250C final.
There's David Davin, who we saw with that crash with Wanaka. So he's trying to recover right now.
Yeah, Davin been riding hard all week long. That guy's had some really good finishes. Take a look right now.
That's Wyatt Reimer that he's battling. That's probably around 5th place or so.
Yeah. But able to pick his way right through there, pick up a couple more spots now. Timing and scoring shows him now in 4th where he was in 2nd. So losing a couple spots there. Davin, of course, having a disastrous first moto with that 24th, then coming back and winning moto number 2. So Davin going home with a moto win to his credit here today, having a disastrous first moto, but holding down the 4th spot right now, looking to pick up a few more points.
I would not count out Davin is still being able to win this one, even though he had a crash early with Wanaka. He's not too far back in 4th. Lucas Lamborn on the number 20 is in 3rd. Batty continues to lead on the 56. But Dustin Renteria, who is running 2nd behind that man right there, the 56 of Batty just came through. See the KTM? That is the rider holding the championship right now with 3-4-2 scores.
Yeah, but take a look. Davin, the fast time was Davin, a 2:03 on lap 2. You're only looking at 2:14s, 2:10. The closest time right now is a 2:08 in that 3rd place. So if Davin hits the reset button, there's all kinds of time left in this thing. And if he gets anywhere near that 2:03 lap time again, he's going to be shredding people.
Oh, you know, I was looking at the lap times as you were mentioning them, and I noticed Cameron Batty, your leader, he ran a 2:03 as his best, and his last lap time was a 2:14. So he must have bobbled as well.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
11 seconds slower than he ran earlier in the race. So he must have made a mistake while we were watching those battles behind him. Now look who's coming to challenge the 23 of Renteria. Probably the number 20 of Lucas Lamborn. Going to try to get on the inside. And here comes David Davin in the back. You can see 3 riders on certain shots here. There he is, popping over the jump.
Yeah, Renteria right here. In position to win a championship, needs to be very careful with the decisions he's making.
Yes, because as we look at the math tally, he has a ridiculous 11-point gap right now because Wanaka, who was the closest to him coming into this moto, had the crash and is back in 9th. So Renteria just does not need to deal with any of these guys. If they both pass him and he goes all the way back to 4th, it doesn't matter. Look at David Davin on that blue number 17. He is flying.
Look at this guy behind the billboard. Davin, man, I don't care where he's at on the track. He's getting, look at that, wheelies behind the billboards, man. Throws the power down using the torque of that Yamaha, man. Look at this, going to thread the needle. Thread the needle, Davin. That's a twofer. That's a BOGO, man. That's a buy one, get one for Davin on the number 17.
He did, 2 for 1. And Lucas Lamborn on the Yamaha. Oh, and our leader, Cameron Batty, has stalled the motorcycle.
Oh, no, disaster for Batty. Look at this. Relax and get that thing started, man. Don't panic. Holy cow. Kicking that thing like a rented mule and it wouldn't start.
David Davin has gone from 4th to 1st in 2 corners.
Unbelievable.
Mechanics area, he made a 2 for 1. Or sorry, the twisties after the mechanics area. And then 10 feet later, the leader stalls.
Right.
Davin, who crashed 1 lap ago, is in the lead. hard to even explain everything that happened there. I'll try to sum it up.
It is.
Davin was trying to pass Renteria and Lambourne. Lambourne got all cross-roaded and shot straight at Davin, and he barely escaped the collision.
Oh.
And while he was escaping that collision, he had the other rider on his left, and he shot between the two of them. And then rewarded for his efforts, 10 feet later, the leader was stalled.
And Batty trying to start a machine.
Yeah.
So, incredible, man. Incredible. So right now, as they work their way back around, let's see here. Where's our clock? About 4 minutes left in this one, so about 4.5 minutes here. And we're going to reset as soon as our leaders come around. And it looks like the number 17 right now, Davin, making his way through. And look at this, man. Got a race on our hands. David Davin now out front, run a 2:04, his best a 2:03. So not only a couple near misses, not only an altercation, but this guy picks up time again and almost matches his best lap.
Okay, so they got the pace in them. We're watching Renteria there on the 23. So what happened now? He's right back in the thick of it. Renteria doesn't need to race these guys. He's in third. He's fine.
That guy needs to take no chances, I'm telling you. That guy needs to take 0 chances. He's got a buffer that's unbelievable. How many points does he have there?
Well, now it's 7. Tyler
Wow.
Unaka has moved from 9th to 6th, though he's picked up a few spots. Tyler Unaka is looking at 8.36 scores. That's 7 points short of Renteria, looking at a 3.43. If Unaka can gain 2 more spots and then challenge Renteria, maybe that'll make Renteria a little nervous. He'd still have a buffer, even if he gets past, but it's a lot of time to just think about all this.
He'll be in his head. Yeah, that's absolutely right, man. It'll get mental then. No question.
You got to remember how much pressure is on these guys in the C-Class. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. When you see someone like, say, we had Ryder DeFrancesco, he's won some titles, he's not won some titles. He knows if he doesn't have it happen this year, he's going to come back here and be good. Pierce Brown didn't win a title this week. He knows if he comes back next year, he'll have another shot at it.
Sure.
Sometimes in these C-Classes, this is your best and last chance to
this
get
is your
one.
golden opportunity, man. Right here's your golden ticket to the factory.
That's a lot more pressure. There might not be a next year as far as battling for championships. So these guys got to take advantage of what they have. Watching the battles on screen right now, there's your leader, 17, David Davin. He's coming around the Polisport Beach.
And look, Davin doesn't even look like he's, you know, had any issues whatsoever. This guy's been in the dirt and everything else. This guy gets back up, gets himself in the right position, makes a couple great moves. And look at this, opening up a lead, man. Pulling a gap right now.
His battle right here is the 20 of Lucas Lambourne, white flag. So I'm headed to the podium. These are only 15-minute motos in the
10-4
C-Class. So we're going to straighten this all out. It looks like Davin's aiming for a moto win. And Dustin Renteria, who's back to 4th now, aiming for a title.
David Davin, man, making it happen out front right now. Real battle right behind him, though. Lucas Lambourne, Evan Hamowitz on that number 14 machine. So a couple Yamahas, 1, 2, 3 Yamahas in a row right there. Could be Yamaha podium sweep. A quick look just over to the left, not over his shoulder, but just a quick look to the left there. Davin wanted to see exactly where Lambourne is. Spots him in that other section over there and knows that he has plenty of room, plenty of time. White flag is out, so 1 lap to go here. David Davin need to keep it together here for just a bit longer. That number 17 machine working his way out of Storyland back there. Just about to come past the waterworks. Davin on cruise control right now, being very calculated as he works his way past the waterworks. Going to hit that big tabletop for the last time, send himself onto the beach. Working his way through a couple of those big rollers, really throttling back a good bit right now. See the number 20 of Lambourne trying to bring it a little bit, but I think it's going to be a little too late. Davin able to really put himself in just a great position. Look at that. Showing everybody in the infield the drain plug. Davin just whipping that thing sideways. Moto win for the number 17 here. 24-1-1 for David Davin. So just a real disastrous first moto, but this guy really putting the icing on the cake right now. leaving out of here with back-to-back Moto wins in our 250C. So David Dabin able to get it done here. Currently puts him in place for 7th overall because of that 24th. But, man, impressive performance here with 2 Moto wins back-to-back. Finishing in 2nd place, Evan Hamowitz right now. That gets him in contention for 2nd overall with 5, 13, and 2 finishes. Right now, Lucas Lamborn, he finishes 3rd this Moto. That sets him in 4th overall with a 2:18.3. Dustin Renteria, he finishes 4th in the Moto. That's going to put him up there in contention to be your champion with a 3.44. So Renteria being very conservative, being very, very consistent here today, this week, going 3.44 with a total of 11, gives him a huge buffer over Tyler Wanaka of 8 points. So right now, Wanaka posed to take 2nd place overall in the 250C.
And we're going to let our race winner rest up a little bit here on the podium and then grab him for our gold medal celebration. We had a little cloud cover here, so this moto is a little bit simpler on everybody. Well, this is some great riding. This guy even had a crash. Didn't matter. Picked himself right back up. About 2 laps later, he was in the lead. Guys were struggling around him, and he took full advantage. Come on up. Gold medal. Let's hear it for David Dabin. All right, right here, David. All right, man. That was crazy, man. Guys were crashing all around you, stalling, and you were going fast.
Yeah, I got off to a decent start. Worked my way to the front. I was in 2nd, and I guess that was the 1st place guy that went down. I tried to go around him, and my front tire went over the berm a little bit, and I cut down, and then this other kid, I don't know his name, he banged right into me, and I looked down on my bike, and then there's coolant leaking, and I thought it was done. I was so bummed, but I just kept pushing forward, and I'm hyped now.
Yeah, I mean, that was an up and down moto for certain. Congratulations on the win. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad, Choir Energy, TBT Racing, Twisted Development for making this bike run good, Aloha Juice Bar, my friends, family, grandma, grandpa, everyone else, thank you. Nobby Shop, Staple MX, thank you so much.
Let's hear it for David Dabin. Take the win. All right, good job, David. Move this motorcycle off, and we're going to bring the championship machine on up. That's our 4th place finisher. Meanwhile, I need 2nd and 3rd to join me up on the box. I got my medals here. So I'm looking for 3rd, and I'm also looking for 2nd. Dabin Racing. Well, that makes it easy for David Dabin. I'm sure he's got the hookup over there. Where's our 3rd place finisher? I'm looking for our 3rd place finisher. 3rd place up to the podium. Looking for 3rd place. Evan Hamowitz, come on up, Evan. I need our 3rd place finisher, Evan Hamowitz, to come to the stage. 3rd place. All right. We're drowned out by the parade lap behind us. Let's hear it for the bronze medalist, Evan Hamowitz. How'd that moto go, dude? There was some serious battling all around. I don't even know if you knew what position you were in.
Yeah, I got a tough start. I was pretty far back, so I just put my head down and passed the person that's running me and just keep clicking away, and that's what I did. My dad told me I was in 2nd or 3rd. I don't know what exactly it was, but just kept going.
Who do you want to thank, man?
I want to thank my mom and my dad, my grandma, mostly the Lord Jesus Christ for keeping me safe. Brad from Club 57 and the whole Club 57's crew. Rusty from Triangle Cycles, my grandma, Answer Racing, and that's about it, man.
All right, let's hear it for Evan Hamowitz. That should be a bronze. Thank you, Evan. And we'll bring our 2nd place finisher up. We already have the championship motorcycle. Lucas is our 2nd place finisher, so we'll bring him. We have a whole shot award winner as well. Come on up. Yeah, we'll do it. Bell Helmets, a whole shot award. Let's hear it for Tanner Scott. $100 from Bell Helmets. Come right over here. Who do you want to thank?
My mom, dad, Mike Duran Racing, Rainer Training Complex, Bell Helmets, Mobius Knee Braces, and Ride 365 MX Gear.
All right. Tanner Scott, everybody, with our whole shot award. Thank you. And let's turn to your right. She's going to take your photo there. We got all the pictures of all of our whole shot winners, Bell Helmets, hooking people up for every good start in every good moto. Yeah, so still need our second place finisher, Lucas Lamborn, and I'll give him the silver. We're looking for Lucas Lamborn. Second place, Lucas Lamborn. We had to switch medals, that's all. Sorry about that. I think they battled right there to the last lap. Come on up. Third place in the Moto is Lucas Lamborn. All right, Lucas, come right over here. How'd that Moto go?
I was probably like 7th or 8th through like the half of a race, and then about halfway the two front finishers fell, and then I got to pass another one. I was running second for a while, but then the last lap I got past. A little bit tired, but it is what it is.
All right, it was the last lap. You still got a bronze. Who do you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom and dad, James Southwick and Nick Range, Brap Shop Yamaha, Solid Color Creations, No Toil, Dunlop, 7MX, and give a huge shout out to Brent Serkel.
Okay. Let's hear it for Lucas Lamborn. Good? You're good. Yep. You wanted to pump up that suspension company. Now let's bring the champion to the stage and hand out the hardware. Come on out in front of the motorcycle. I will give you this, the championship trophy. Let's hear it for Dustin Renteria. Dustin gets it done. You had a big points lead coming into that one. You just had to manage it, and you did it. What was running through your mind while you were riding with those points on the line?
First two motos, I got in a good position, so I knew coming into this one, I knew what I had to do, and once I got out there, I knew I had it, so I cruised back a little bit.
Dude, there were some serious battles all around you, though. It was like all these hurricanes, and you were trying to avoid it.
Yeah, there's people going down everywhere, and I was just trying to stay in my line, stay up, and finish the race.
Awesome. All right, who do you want to thank for this championship?
I'd like to thank my dad, mostly, 1907 Water, Mega Life Battery, Fall Line Power Sports, Fox, Bell, Micah Metals, anyone else I forgot, thank you.
He is your champion. Let's welcome Ricky Records from the AMA to hand him the #1 plate in 250C, Dustin Renteria. And there's more and more stuff coming his way. We got a Bell Helmets championship helmet. And of course, all of our champions get Oakley sunglasses for a female that has helped push them to championship success. There's Dustin Renteria. Congratulations to him. If the whole crew wants to come up and take some pictures, that's fine. I'm going to hand you some champagne and send it back up to the tower with Megawatt.